Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to this presentation on Operations Management, or OPMG as we call it here at ISB. We're going to take you through the main basic tenets of OPMG and also why you should study it at the Indian School of Business. The presenters include Anand, Girish, Rashida, Sachin, and me, Kanika Sharma, members of Group K12. What is Operations Management? Operations management is chiefly concerned with planning, organizing, and supervising in the context of production, manufacturing, or the provision of services. As such, it is delivery focused, ensuring that an organization successfully turns inputs into outputs in an efficient manner. The inputs themselves could represent anything from materials, equipment, and technology to human resources such as staff or workers. Importance of OPMG. All departments, including manufacturing, marketing, legal, accounting, and finance, are dependent on process management, logistics, and supply chain management elements of OPMG. With the world becoming one giant global marketplace, firms compete on efficiency, and their operational methodology is a closely guarded secret. Operations management is considered as a combination of art and science that dates pre-industrialization era, where the sourcing, planning, financing, and distribution of a product was done by the craftsman. Craftsmanship is a secret of artisans, such art that has been transferred generation over generation by improving the quality of product by using the most compatible technology, reducing the cost, going through different practices in reducing the waste and total output time, choosing the correct materials and processes, finding the right layout in the workshop, locating the resources, designing the product that helps to differentiate the product from other artisans by using innovative thinking. This art of craftsmanship is still a part of operations management even today. Toyota's method of lean management requires well-trained workers throughout the production lines who know the entire production process. There are many sciences too involved in today's operation management. Physics, or studying the time of work and motion to create the maximum productivity. Statistics, as we will see further in this presentation. Mathematics, or linear programming that helps to find the optimal solution for multiple choices in limited resources. And industrial psychology that helps the manager motivate the workers.
Let us look at the elements of operations management. The first is cycle time, which is the time taken to complete one cycle of an operation. Second is the inventory, which is a set of items involved in production. Then there is labor, which refers to human capital involved in production. And finally, utilization, which refers to the extent at which resources are utilized. These elements together enable decision making at a production level. Performance incentives. There are four elements that are used as metrics for performance measurement. They are the quality of produce, the speed of production, the costs involved, and how flexible the production process is. Let's look at the application of operations management. There are 5 ways how process management helps in operations. A strong process management system increases the overall effectiveness of the process. It also increases the efficiency of the process. It brings about flexibility in responding to changes in the process flow. It also helps remove any bottlenecks. Finally, it helps increase profitability for the organization. The video link below demonstrates how process management makes a process much more effective.
Did you always feel that whenever you joined a queue, no matter how short it looks, it always took the longest time to get served? Or did you always feel that whenever you changed your queue, the one that you left actually started to move faster than the one you're in now? Well, these are just Murphy's laws, but there is actually a science behind queuing systems. By definition, queuing theory is a branch of applied mathematics providing probabilistic modeling tools for queuing systems. Well, I'm pretty sure that this just sounded very complicated. But if we have a look at queuing systems from a closer perspective, it's actually very simple and easily relatable. Now, this example that you see is a simple queuing system where you have a service desk which serves a line of people. This is something very similar that you see in every day in banks and post offices and canteens. And once a line is formed, what do we care the most? Normally, how long it will take to get served. And what does the service desk care the most? Normally, how many clients will be served per time frame. Summarizing by this example, our system has an intuitive parameter that relate each other, mainly the service time, how long it takes to serve a customer on average. Second, the wait time, how long a customer has to wait on average. And third, the queue length, how many customers can be lined up on an average. Now, intuitively, if the service desk starts serving slower, the queue length increases and the wait time increases too. Otherwise, if the wait time increases, this means that the service time is increased and queue length will grow up. Now, why queuing theory is so important for computer scientists, engineers, and practitioners, and especially MBA graduates? The answer is because these provide a set of models that can be applied in real world scenarios, and we'll see how. Here, we take an example of a shopping mall where people are purchasing grocery or some other consumer good products and are waiting in the checkout line. To illustrate how the parameters I mentioned earlier are related, let's say there are about 6 customers already waiting in the line and 2 customers are entering the line per minute. Now, the average time that you can expect to wait is just 6 divided by 2, 3 minutes. This is based on the Little's law that we see in the screen here. Now, accompanying the science of queues and lines is also the psychology of waiting. For example, you see some people waiting in this checkout line and are occupied with some other activity, say clock watching or impulse buying or just talking over the phone. You also see some people who are just simply waiting here doing nothing. Now, studies and surveys have revealed that people who were idle felt the waiting time was twice as longer as people who were engaged with some activity. Now, isn't that surprising? Moving on to another important topic is Six Sigma. Now, Six Sigma is a metric or a management system used for quality control, focusing mainly on making processes as constant as possible in order to avoid defects. Originally conceived in the manufacturing context, Six Sigma is now an industry standard, and you will get to learn more about it in depth in a special elective offered here at ISB.
Now that we have seen what is operations management and where all it can be applied, one of the most important questions in deciding whether to pursue this topic or not is what the future holds for this field. As more and more of our world is adopting technology, it is becoming crucial how these new powers are deployed. Especially the use of technology and information sharing has become crucial in operations and supply chain management. With companies becoming global with diverse locations, it has become imperative to focus on the operations strategy. CXO roles such as the CEO, Chief Operations Officer, and CSCO, Chief Supply Chain Officer, are becoming very important. 25% of the Fortune 500 companies have supply chain executives in their top management teams, with these numbers increasing by 5% year on year. Companies like Amazon have leadership programs for the same. So, one thing is for sure, this is where the future lies. Hopefully, we have convinced you that operations is the life changing course that you were looking for. But why pursue it at ISB? ISB is one of the only top rated schools in India which guarantees a diverse class with an average work experience of 4 to 5 years. This ensures that you not just learn in the classroom, but you also learn outside of it. With regards to faculty, again, the only school which can give you the best from around the world. It has tie ups with top world schools, and the faculty coming to campus are leaders in their fields. Teaching here is not just from experience, but supported with solid research backed data. The school encourages people to work in teams and collaboration is key. It does not just enhance learning, but the bonds and the network you form here are second to none. Last but not the least, it is a top ranked school, the youngest to be ranked by Financial Times in the top 20, and you can be a part of it in a course which just lasts a year. The fast pace not just reduces the opportunity cost, but also makes your work life ahead a walk in the park. Choosing ISB is not just opting for a B school, it is opting for a way of life. That brings us to the end of this presentation. Hope we answered some questions and raised some interesting ones.